Yeah, that's fine now. Hey, we're live.
Hi.
It's election time again. You know, some of you who watch all the time are like, whoa, it's 11 o'clock. They're not on. Something's wrong. I don't know what's going on. I'm worried about them. Should I call? Should I call their parents? Maybe should I call the police? No.
It was a travel day.
Boy,
And
oh boy, was
we
it.
landed at 7:30, and for some reason, an airport's only an hour away. Took like 3.5 hours. So it's all good. We are here, and we have a great question that is all about how can I generate more sales without getting on sales calls? And that was asked by Mark, who is a financial advisor.
Yeah.
I mean, don't we all want to spend all day on sales calls with people who are hemming and hawing and needing to think it over and just tire kicking and trying to pick our brain? That sounds like a good time.
That's the worst, especially the brain picking part, because people are picking your brain for free usually.
Yeah.
And that's not
even
great.
the visual of that is just so gross.
Yeah, it's not awesome at all.
Right.
And I think the trap is that a lot of successful entrepreneurs, a lot of business owners feel like they're caught in this like one-to-one sales rat race.
Yeah.
And you're answering the same questions over and over again. And you're saying the same thing like multiple times a day. And you never know if the person who's getting on the sales call with you is really super qualified, even when they go through a checklist that you may have before and you pre-qualify them or have someone else do it. It still is a crapshoot, and you're trading time for dollars at such a poor rate, right?
Yeah. And I mean, then again, like, right, if I get on the phone or a call with a referral, a warm lead, yeah, they're like, there's no convincing they came on ready to buy. So those conversations are amazing, right? And when they happen, they're easy, they flow, it happens quickly, and you're going to drive a sale really quickly. But then the problem becomes when you try to scale outside of that to people who didn't come in via referral, which is really the only way to scale your business. You have to go outside of word of mouth and referral. Yeah. And then we get into okay, how can I have the same effectiveness I could on a sales call, but not get on the phone with people? Because we know a sales call is effective because you can ask questions, you can personalize the conversation. But here's the secret. You take what you know is the greatest problem that your perfect right fit prospect has, and you turn it into a presentation that you can share to a lot of people at the same time.
One to many?
One to many, an industry term we know, like, and trust. And it makes so much sense because if you think about it in other ways, like there could be like olden days, you would be around the fire and you would tell a story, and that's how you would communicate a message one-on-one. Or then we now can go to a movie theater and all of us can hear the story at the same time, but still have an intimate experience with the story. Right. We can actually stream it now to devices all around the world and hit billions of people at one time, still effectively telling that story. So it's not about the medium, about whether or not to be effective. It's more about the message. How you tell that message is what matters more than the medium that you get on. Yeah.
And when you can create that presentation, again, in that time for dollars sense, you can scale up because even if we want to do it live, that's fine. Like you start out doing a presentation live, but then you can evergreen it. You can make it a recording. You can make it part of a course, things that people download. And then you're actually able to deliver that presentation in your sleep. You're able to deliver it on holidays. You're able to deliver it during travel
and
times.
Not be anywhere near it. And it's just working for you. But think about it this way. Somebody who signs up for your masterclass, which we'd like to call it a masterclass versus a webinar because people associate a masterclass with value. Well, if they sign up for your masterclass, you've now identified someone who has a problem that you can solve. They see you as the expert. They're willing to hear from you to solve that problem. And they're showing they're willing to invest time in solving that problem. These are all qualifying things for a prospect in order to get them to enroll with you or join your program or buy your product or buy your service. So it's incredibly powerful, but it matters more about the messaging. So this week, we're going to make an entire week all about how to leverage the power of turning your story from one-to-one to many people at one time to scale your business with sales. So yes, can you sell without ever having to get on the phone? 1,000,000%. And this week, we're going to be detailing it step by step on exactly how to do it.
That is correct. Yeah.
We usually end with like, we'll see you next time if there is a next time. There will be a next time this week.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that.
There's a lot of it. So, hey, if you are watching this live, go ahead and type in #live or type in live. You forget the hashtag.
Live.
Live. And then if you're watching on replay, go ahead and type in replay. And if you would like to have your business question answered,
just add it to the comments
That's
and we'll
what we
answer it on a future call. And we'll give you a shout out. And we might even put your name up on the screen. We'll
That
see all the fancy things
is
that we'll do.
correct. So we will see you next time, because there will be a next time, and it's happening this week.
Can't wait to talk to you then.